No more dimming the self down. No more holding back. Not in any way. Not at all. The only reason we ever hold back is out of fear. When we feel something move within us, we feel the natural impulse towards it, the natural expression of it. We hold back. It's only out of fear. And fear is for facing. Fear is not a bad thing. It's not a problem. It's nothing to judge. It's there to test you. How bold are you going to be? How boldly will you be yourself, your full self? Are you afraid? What are you afraid of? The judgment of others, their reaction, their potential rejection of you, calling you too much, too big, too bright, too strong, too something. It's an opportunity. That's a limit right there. A limit for us to push beyond. A way for us to test our strength. How committed are we to the expression of self? How committed are we devoted to the being of the authentic self? Will we do it even if it makes someone else uncomfortable? Or will we react to the fear with diminishment? Will we dim down? Will we placate? Become smaller out of that fear? There's no judgment there. It's just a question. This is the opportunity. You face the fear. Now is the time. How much of myself am I going to let through? How big am I going to allow myself to be? How many barriers can I step beyond? And if someone feels uncomfortable with that, I bless myself, knowing I've done no wrong. I have given a gift. I have hit a limit in somebody else. If someone else has this feeling of too much, there's nothing wrong here. It's not too much. It's a limit. It feels like too much because there's been a limit within them, internally, a restriction set, a box in place. And my bumping up against that, causing them to see it, introduces them to that limit. Now they have a chance to step beyond it. That is a gift. A gift for someone to feel uncomfortable with the fullness of your expression, and it works vice versa. If ever you feel uncomfortable with someone, something, doesn't matter what it is, that's an opportunity. That is a gift being handed to you. You have found your limit. You have bumped up against something within you that you weren't aware you were restricting. You weren't aware that you had placed an edge on. This far but no further. That's too much. Now you have the opportunity to examine that and become bigger, to release that limitation, to expand yourself, to become more of yourself, to allow more of yourself to flow through freely, less and less inhibited, less and less restricted. Now you have more opportunity to do that for others. No more inhibition of the self. It's okay. It's okay that we've done it. We're noticing it now. We have so many opportunities to expand on a daily basis with so many people that we interact with. We practice it first on those we have a little distance with, where it feels a little safer. We practice where it feels safer. That's right. That's as it should be. That's why you start practicing there. So when you take it into the real application of it, into close, intimate, personal relationships where things have more intensity, where things have more weight to them. They feel more real, where the fear is stronger. You have the benefit of that practice. You know you've faced that fear before. You know what it feels like. You build this internal sort of muscle memory. The memory of yourself, of being yourself unapologetically, authentically, naturally, letting it flow through. Embracing in awareness. If there is discomfort, that's a chance for expansion. Right now, I am experiencing this discomfort, this tension, and how much do I express, that type of thing. That's my limit right now. I feel uncomfortable stepping beyond this line. Why? Examine it. Why? Because I don't want to be too much? Because I'm afraid of the judgment? I'm afraid of the rejection? I'm afraid of the reception? Because there's something within my mind even that's judging this, that's saying you're too much, you're not allowed, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because you could be abandoned for it. You could be rejected for it. That's why it feels dangerous. But that's not a real threat. Stop abandoning the self for the fear of the abandonment of others. Embody the self, hold the self, say, self, I am going to be you. You always have me. I have your back and you have mine. We're going to go out there and express more and more boldly, more and more freely, and we're going to feel better and better in the process of it. And we're going to know that if someone is triggered, if someone feels uncomfortable, if someone says that's too much, you're too much, we're going to know we found something in them. We've revealed something for them to look at. We've touched that trigger point, that hot spot that they didn't know was there, that can only be found when we bump up against it. And we're going to feel good about that. We're going to feel the blessing of introducing discomfort for someone else. We're going to feel the blessing of discomfort within ourselves for having that internal opportunity to expand. And if we are in a situation where someone else is perceived in any such way, if we hear that thought, if we feel that cross our minds, this is too much, I can't take this, that's the trigger to look. That's the light bulb right there saying, I have a limit here. Where have I placed a limitation on being? Where is it? I feel it now. I see it now. Now that I know it's there, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, self, for expressing so boldly and freely that the limit in me was revealed, so that I might have a chance to examine it, release it, step beyond it, and become yet more of myself. To know myself and be myself more authentically. To flow through more powerfully. This is an unlimited stream of energy, that which your self is. It's unlimited. It is boundless, which means there will always be more limits for us to step beyond. That's what unlimited means. So then we can get excited about the triggering. Then we can get excited about feeling the discomfort, feeling the fear. Oh, there's growth there. There's a place, there's a new avenue for me to stretch into. New expansion, new growth. For me, my being, becoming more, knowing more, experiencing more, opening to more, receiving more, giving more. More. Too much is an opportunity for more. It's never too much. But let the feeling of it be there. That is the greatest gift. To be too much. To feel too much. That means we get to be more. To expand, to increase, to integrate this too muchness into just enough. Just enough. I am bigger than too much. I expand to include it again and again and again. I become only more expansive, which means I allow even more in. I feel more. I experience more. I give and receive in greater capacity and intensity. The amplitude rises. This wave gets only bigger. It is positive feedback, perpetual positive expansion. No more restriction of the self. Every time we find that limit, we move beyond it. When we find it within, either in the form of the fear of overstepping, the fear of overdoing, the fear of being too much, doing too much. When we find that limit, that's our chance within to step beyond it and feel good about that, knowing we are bringing our whole authentic self to the table. In fact, a self that's a little bit bigger than the one we were just a moment before. Or whether we witness that limit touched in someone else, or whether someone else touches that limit in us. Bless that. That is the greatest gift. The revealing of blind spots, the revealing of limits, so that we can continue this eternal, delicious game of expansion and the experience, the direct experience of it. What a magnificent thing that is. And if you find yourself having dimmed down, there's still an opportunity to expand there. There always is. To expand in compassion, to expand in grace, in understanding, in love, and forgiveness, which true forgiveness is that which sees there is nothing to forgive. It understands. It gets it. We had a chance, and the fear pushed us back. There just wasn't quite enough consciousness, but that's okay. It wasn't ready yet. Now we see it. Now we know the next time we'll have another chance. Soon, we will have another chance to push forward, to reach a little further, to become a little bigger. Right now, we're becoming bigger in our acceptance, in our allowance, in our appreciation of self exactly as it is. That's expansion, too. Don't discount that. If we feel that we've fallen short in some expression of self, we have an opportunity to love self even more for exactly what it is, exactly as it is. You are enough. You're enough. You haven't failed. I love you. You are perfect as you are. You have not fallen short. You couldn't possibly. Let this love buoy you and bolster you and increase your boldness, your confidence. Now you have this foundation to step forth from and say, I am loved no matter what. I am right to be as I am, no matter what. Now I carry this new attitude forward with me. And when there is the next opportunity for free expression of that self, I take it. And then I smile at myself to see how I have grown, how I have learned and applied the lesson. Learn to love, learn to forgive, learn to appreciate true compassion, learned boldness, learn to be yet more uninhibited in the loving of myself, the expression of myself. Learn to feel the satisfaction of that self-assurance, that soul-level assurance, knowing that I am spreading that. I am lighting others up inside by this, by me being lit up. Delighting in myself and the expression of it. And then it is so easy to witness the expression of others in that way. It just becomes better and better. And then again, if we find ourselves missing the appreciation, if we find ourselves judging, if we find ourselves feeling upset by, disturbed by, uncomfortable with, there it is again. I knew there would be one. I knew I'd find another limit in me. Thank you. Thank you for helping me see it so I can become yet bigger, yet more compassionate, yet more accepting, yet more loving, appreciative of all self being exactly as it is, that I can take yet more satisfaction in it. I can delight yet more. I can feel more love. Because there's no end to it. There is no end to the love that you can feel. There's just more. It's literally infinite. It's boundless, it's eternal. And so the devotion of self, the devotion of this self, is to feel more and more and more love. As much love as I possibly can. Bigger, bolder, wider, deeper, harder, softer. Adding only more to the experience of love. That's what I am here to do. What a truly exciting adventure that is. What a worthwhile enterprise. What a journey, what a thing that I never wish to end. And what luck I am in, because it never does end. I get to do this forever. I get to feel more and more love, more and more satisfaction, more and more delight, acceptance, appreciation, compassion, more of everything. I get to feel more. I get to be more. And only ever more. Forever. What a fucking glorious thing we are, self. Oh, delight in it. Delight in the discomfort. That is your secret weapon. Discomfort. Let it be the pointer. Let it set off the light bulb. If I feel discomfort, I have a chance to expand. That means I get to feel more deliciousness. I get to be more myself. Bring on the discomfort. Bless it. All of it. It can only ever serve me. It can only ever serve me. Whether it is in the acceptance and the compassion, or in the boldness and the expansion, that direction, becoming more free and uninhibited. Either way, it's delicious. Either way, I win. No matter what, we win. We benefit, and only more and more. God, this is divine. There's only more joy awaiting us. On and on and on into infinity. Let us delight in this joyful journey that is never ending and forever unfolding perfectly before us. So may it be. So it is. Because it just is. Blessed be. All my love and more.